So it seems that the 40k storyline is about to be moved forward, and we're having a brand new character introduced called Vashtor. Vashtor is a demigod that is basically empowered by acts of creation and inventions, and it technically means that he's probably one of the most powerful characters right now in Warhammer 40,000. Now in this video we're going to go through all the official stuff about Vashtor which Games Workshop has released. We're going to go through some of the rumoured stuff about him, and also we're going to theorise about Vashtor and potential characters that can also aid Vashtor and are probably aiding him the most in their creations and their inventions. So let's jump in and let's get talking. Now, one of the most scariest things about Vashtor is that it's its own creation. It answers to no god. One of the things that Games Workshop actually put out about this is actually it works with all the Chaos gods. They said it's the arms dealer of Chaos. It goes around, gives them all these weapons and all these mass things that kill everything. So no other Chaos god wants to mess with Vashtor because they'll lose then basically weapons to take the fight to humanity, other places in the galaxy, and amongst themselves. So that's what makes this character so special and so powerful. Now, the story behind Vashtor is that it wants to ascend to the next plane of existence. Right now, it's not happy where it is. It wants to become one of the main players, one of the main game changers. It wants to join Khorne, Nurgle, Slaanesh, and Tzeentch in that eternal battle for mankind's soul, for the galaxy, to conquer the galaxy. And to do that, it's hooked up with Abaddon. And I personally think that Abaddon is going to try and find a weapon. This is one of the rumors that I've heard. And Vashtor is kind of going to give him the key to go towards that weapon, and maybe when Vashtor, or should I say when Abaddon unleashes that weapon, it kills millions upon billions upon trillions. Maybe it folds the galaxy in half. It does something absolutely unspeakable, and that sacrifice will then ascend this warp being to that plane. I think that's why they're going in this pack together, because Abaddon then gets his revenge on the Emperor, the Imperium, the galaxy itself, and Vashtor then raises itself up and becomes this god. Now, one of the most insane things about this new character is where it gets its powers from. So Vashtor is basically the demigod, or the warp entity of creations, inventions, stuff like that. Now, when you look at what we have in Warhammer 40,000, it gets absolutely insane. Like, this being must have a lot of power. Now, this was mentioned over on the official Twitch show, and they mentioned stuff like the biotransference of the Necrons. That, in a way, powered Vashtor, gave it more power, made it more powerful in the warp. Things like the cursed founding, where, you know, the genes were like messed around and played with and stuff like that, creations, everything, that empowers it. Call the Primaris Marines. What have you done, Belisarius Call? I thought you were making the Primaris Marines to save the Imperium. Technically, he's helped Chaos. He's helped Vashtor get more and more power. When you look at characters like from the Chaos side, like Belisarius Call and the New Men and everything that he's been doing, like, you know, cloning Primarchs and stuff, is that aiding this character and making it more powerful? When you think of the orcs themselves, they're constantly making things, you know, in their in their workshops, the grots, all the Daka they're making and everything like that. How much power is this character getting? The Tau, the Eldar. Oh my god, when you sit back and think about it, this is what I mean now. It's like, how powerful is this character? Surely it has to be one of the, if not the most powerful warp entities. Is it more powerful than Be'lakor, for example? I know Be'lakor is basically like Vashtor, where it, you know, answers to no god. It's its own little thing within the warp. But as far as I'm aware, Be'lakor doesn't get empowered off anything like Vashtor is. So, you know, how powerful is this character? There's so many bloody questions I have, and I cannot wait to get my hands on this book and actually read it and see what the hell's going on with this new character. Now, for fairy time. What the hell could this mean for future stories? I'm just going to say this right now. I'm going to put all the cards on the table. Of course, Abaddon is not going to like go ahead with his plan, and you know something's going to happen, right? Again, I'm not going to say the Primarch's name for people who are waiting for me to say it. I'm not going to say it. Something's going to happen that's going to stop Abaddon reaching its goal. It's going to stop Vashtor reaching its goal, unless it doesn't, and Vashtor actually becomes a Chaos God. Do you think Games Workshop have the balls to make a brand new Chaos God? Would you welcome a new Chaos God? Do you know what? Thinking about it, yes, I would. I would love to see Vashtor ascend to become one of the new Chaos Gods. The reason why I don't think they will do it is because it's getting a model, and you can't really give like a Chaos God a model unless they're going to make, you know, Korn a model, Nurgle a model, Slanesh a model, Zinch a model. We have their avatars, but we don't actually have the big players as models. Can you even do them as models? What do they even look like? That's a whole different subject for a whole different time. But anyway, that is gonna get stopped. So I'm thinking, what potentially could Vashtor do in the future, maybe to work with other beings to potentially go down that path he wants to ascend to godhood? And it's right there in front of me. The biggest pillow crier in the world, Perturabo. He's got a planet made of like demon engines and forges and everything like that. This is the perfect candidate for Perturabo and Vashtor to hook up with. They are like kind of one of the same. They make all these things. They have, you know, powerful minds to make it all. Why doesn't Vashtor go over to Perturabo? And then potentially you can have a story of Perturabo returning in his demon form and, you know, trying to help Vashtor, guide Vashtor, and they can go on their little adventure like that. There's so many storylines that can open from this, and I truly am excited, and I cannot wait, like I just said before, to see what bloody happens with this character. And this is just like book one with Abaddon. Like, I know Vashtor is getting its own book, which again I can't wait for, but this Abaddon book is going to be a real eye-opener. Then you got the Angron book, then the Vashtor book, then the Xenos book, and there's definitely going to be Imperium-based books after that as well. It's really exciting times. I am hearing through the whispers of the warp that, again, this storyline is going forward now. It's pushing the storyline forward, and it's actually good. That's what I'm hearing. It's actually really good. It's not crap like we're used to. It's a good story. I know. Put the brakes on, right? It could be absolutely big for Warhammer 40,000, and I am truly bloody excited. Anyway, enough waffling from me. As always, thank you for coming. Thank you for watching this video. If you've got any thoughts, feedback, stories, theories about Vashtor, post it down below, and we can have an awesome little chat down there, as we always do. One of the main questions, again, which I just asked a minute ago: would you want Vashtor to become a new Chaos God? Chaos players, give me your answer. Is it time for a new Chaos God to enter the planes and extend this eternal war? See you now. Have a great day, and bye-bye.